Hi, David Taylor, Mr. Pelargonium here, just giving you an example of taking your videos for the virtual show that's up and coming. Quite straightforward. You need very basically a phone or a tablet or a camera that can shoot videos up to high definition, or high definition is usually the bottom end these days, but high definition that can shoot in HD or 1080p. That's the sort of best quality really for shooting. I mean, you can go higher quality, but we don't want you to shoot in anything higher than 1080p because that'll make the processing of it just a little bit more complicated for me. But 1080p or HD, as is set on your phone or your tablet or your camera, whatever you're going to use, majority of people will probably just be using a phone. You can adjust the settings for that in the settings part of your camera, wherever that might be, but it's HD or 1080p is the setting you want. You can choose frames as well. 30 frames per second is more than adequate, so do it around that way if you get that setting, but it's not really relevant as long as it's HD or 1080p. Now we've got a plinth here. I'm just taking these on my desk here, my workbench. Maybe a raised area. I'm doing this on an upturned sort of pot. So basically all we do then is bring your plant over, sit it on top of your little stand that I'm doing here, and lift your camera up to reveal the sort of whole of the plant, including the tray. I would keep a saucer in it, as that make it a little bit easier for turning if we're going to do it this way. I'll show you another way in a moment. But get a good view of your plant on the top there, to include the sort of saucer area right to the top, so all of your plant is being shown. And press go. We want it to last around 15 seconds. And in that time, we just need you to turn the saucer. Doesn't matter if your hand is in view for the saucer. And turn it right round. Be careful not to split over the edge. And go back to where you started and stop. And that was 16 seconds. So, you know, that was fine. I mean, I am talking and thinking of other things, obviously, when I'm filming this. But that's the way to do it. It's basically a full circle. Takes around 15 seconds. Don't want it really to be any longer than that, because then the video files start getting a bit larger and things like that. That starts to complicate a few issues. But right, now the other method that you can do, and some people used it very effectively last year, was just to plot that down and to use a lazy Susan, as they are called. That just sits on there. And so we just plop our plant on the top of that. This is basically a revolving sort of disc, lazy Susan as they're known here in the UK. Then you can go back, again, just fit your plant in the video screen there. Press select, and it's a little bit easier, because all you need to do then is turn the plant round on the lazy Susan. Make sure it's fairly central so it doesn't fall off. And that spins a little bit easier than spinning it with your hand in the saucer. So that's another way. A lazy Susan is very effective. Stop that. But yeah, that's another method that you can use. These are very effective, and that's what I will in fact be using when I do my entries. After you've done that, you send either send them by email. You can zip them, which compresses the files a bit. All the instructions are there for you to see, or use the WeTransfer system. And so there we are. Hopefully we'll get plenty of entries, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.